I think the case against Sarah Moulds and the kicking of the pony is extraordinary, quite the most extraordinary case that the RSPCA have brought. The RSPCA has the right to prosecute, and I think the fact that this case fell to pieces, the jury acquitted Sarah, completely vindicated her. It's against charges of animal welfare, the Animal Welfare Act 2006, causing unnecessary suffering to a protected animal. And she has suffered greatly, losing her job as a teacher, receiving death threats, and all because of a failure to put this in context. The pony was doing something dangerous and was admonished. Now, it's certainly not what I would have done, and but she knows her animals, and I think to come into a situation without knowing what someone is dealing with, simply basing a judgment on a piece of film, in other words, basing a trial on a piece of social media. This is extremely this is not an ideal way to progress legally or in the interests of a cause. Now, I think anybody who contributes to the RSPCA would want to ensure that animal welfare is paramount. But I think there are probably better ways to ensure that than to rely on photography by hunt saboteurs. Whether you approve of hunting or whether you don't approve of hunting, you have to look at the context of an event. And the first port of call, I think, should have been for the RSPCA to contact the local vet, who I'm sure would have cooperated only too readily with the RSPCA, to give advice and to put this in context. So this is a story where a case gets to court and the people bringing the case haven't done their homework, and the thing falls to pieces. And I think it's a really sad waste of money. And as for the horse, it's extraordinary. The horse goes into that horse box looking really quite sort of perky and seems to have accepted whatever the punishment that Sarah Moulds gave him. Now, as I say, it's not something that I would have done, but I haven't ridden for many, many years. She says she adores her animals and has dedicated her life to teaching and nurturing young minds, and that this was an event taken out of context. I thoroughly understand that. As for the horse, Bruce, as I say, he looks like a plucky fellow, and I'm sure is a bit of a handful. And I'm so sorry about the way the story has progressed. There are so many instances of animal cruelty which should get into court, and I think this probably was the wrong one.